Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today the Cubs are going to kick off a one-city road trip after playing a one-team homestand. The Cubs are going to New York for a 4-game set against the Mets. So today's game is going to be a Monday evening affair as the Mets are sending Jacob Degrom to the mound. He is making start number 14 with a 1-5 record. He has a 3.64 ERA and a 1.07 whip. The Mets lineup is going to include Jimenez, Nimmo, Smith, Alonso, McNeil, Conforto, Guillermo, Nido, and Degrom pitching and batting ninth. For the Cubs, Brent Suter is going to be on the mound. He's making start number 12. With a 3-3 record, he has a 3.28 ERA and a 1.01 whip. The Cubs send Nico Hoerner up to lead off, followed by Correa, Santana, Harper, Springer, Tauchman, Estrada, Ramos, and Suter batting ninth. It is 77 degrees in New York, wind blowing in from left at 12 mph, and it is time to get your tickets for this evening show. Degrom is heading out to take the mound for the Mets. The Cubs starting out play again today in first place in the NL Central. Hoerner is up to bat, facing Degrom to lead off for the Cubs. 2-2 is the count. Degrom on the mound looking for the sign, and he is looking to deliver the pitch. Taking his time out there, nodding off a couple pitches. However, Degrom now with the windup and the delivery. There's a swing and a miss for strike three. So Degrom gets the strikeout to begin the game. And that brings up Carlos Correa. Correa working on a 23-game hitting streak. Facing Degrom with a 2-2 count. Here it comes. And Correa swings and misses for strike three. That was a fastball up and Degrom blew it by him. Now Santana is the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-1 is the count to Danny Santana. Here comes the pitch. Liner past the first baseman into the right field corner. Santana rounding first, heading for extra bases. He's going to cruise into second with a stand-up double here in the top of the first inning. 2-out extra base hit gives the Cubs a runner in scoring position. And that'll bring up Bryce Harper, hero of yesterday's game. Harper facing Degrom with 2 outs and 1 man on. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Harper. And he swings and misses for strike three. So the inning is over. The Cubs strand a runner. We are going to the bottom of the first of a scoreless ball game. Suter on the mound for the Cubs, facing Jimenez to lead off for the Mets in the bottom of the first. 2-2 is the count. Brent Suter looking for the sign and delivering the pitch. There's a grounder to first. Santana has it. He steps on the base himself for out number 1. Nimmo now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count. Suter delivers. There's a pop-up short center field. Springer coming in fast. He looks up and makes the play for out number 2. Suter now facing Smith. 2 outs, nobody on. Dominic Smith waiting for the 2-2 pitch. Suter delivering. And that's a pop-up to left center field. Chasing is Springer, this time to his right. And he puts it away for the 3rd out of the inning. The Mets go down in order. We go to the top of the second of a 0-0 contest. George Springer facing Jacob Degrom, leading off for the Cubs in the top of the second inning. 2-2 is the count. Degrom delivers. And that's a swing and a miss for strike three. That was a curveball outside, and Springer took the bait. So now, Tauchman the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 is the count to Tauchman, and he swings and misses for strike three. That's out number 2. That was a fastball that clocked in at triple digits, 100 miles an hour. And now Estrada the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Estrada waiting for the full count pitch. And he takes low and in for ball 4. So that is a walk. As Estrada walks down to first, it brings up Wilson Ramos. 2 outs, 1 man on. Degrom working with a 1-2 count. He delivers the pitch. Strike three is called. So the inning is over. The Cubs strand a runner. We go to the bottom of the second of a 0-0 ball game. Next up is Pete Alonso. Leading off to the Mets in the bottom of the second against Brent Suter. 2 balls is the count. Suter delivers the pitch. There's a drive to deep left field. Chasing into the corner is the left fielder, Tauschman, and he looks up. It is gone. So Pete Alonso breaks the scoreless tie with a solo home run, 366 feet down the left field line, giving the Mets a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning. That must be a pretty short fence, because 366 feet got him a couple rows deep down the left field line. Suter now pitching to McNeil with nobody out, nobody on. 1 run already in. 1 ball is the count. Here's the pitch to McNeil, and he hits him. Oh, and a fight breaks out. Suter hits O'Neill with the pitch. The bench is clear. Everybody congregates around the mound, and there's going to be some people ejected from this ball game. Suter with very bad form, hitting the batter following the home run with a fastball right in the middle of the back. There's really no discussion about what his intent was there. So Suter has to come out of the game, which means that we need a different pitcher. Suter is going to be suspended for his antics here, I believe. Who is going to pitch now? Well, this means Liam Hendricks is going to be brought in. We're going to have what's going to amount to a bullpen day for the Cubs now. Liam Hendricks is going to come into the game for the Cubs to pitch in the bottom of the second inning of a 1-0 ball game. Hendricks on the mound. He has thrown 31 1/3 innings, walked 8, struck out 39 with a 1.72 ERA. Hendricks facing Conforto in the bottom of the second. Runner on first, 1 run already in, nobody out in this inning. 2 strikes is the count. Liam Hendricks looking to deliver the pitch. Here it comes. And a grounder up the middle. Shortstop on the shift. He has it. He steps on second. Relay to first, and that is a double play. 6-3 in your scorebook. And now with 2 outs, nobody on, Guillermo is the batter. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. 2-ball count. Hendricks delivers the pitch. And there's a liner into left. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Extra bases. Good thing they already executed that double play, or 1 run would have scored. The throw goes to the cutoff man as the runner has a stand-up double with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Nito now the batter. 2 outs, runner on second. Hendricks working, first pitch. And there's a grounder towards second. Horner has it. He throws to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Mets score once, they strand a runner. We go to the top of the third of a 1-0 ball game. And now, Liam Hendricks is going to lead off against Jacob Degrom here in the top of the third inning. 1-1 is the count. And Hendricks pops it up weakly to short left field. Coming in, and the left fielder drops it. The left fielder drops it, and Hendricks is safe on first. Unbelievable. So Nico Horner now the batter, with a runner on first, nobody out, top of the third inning. Degrom working with a 2-2 count. That is strike 3 called on the inside corner. Degrom has 7 strikeouts already in the top of the third inning. Carlos Correa now the batter. He's facing Degrom with 1 out, 1 man on. Here's the 1-strike pitch, and there's a grounder over to second. The throw goes to first, and that is out number 2. The runner Hendricks advances to second, bringing up Danny Santana with 2 outs and the runner in scoring position. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Danny Santana, and a pop-up down the left field line. Chasing is the left fielder toward the line. He makes the catch for out number 3. The Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We go to the bottom of the third of a 1-0 Met lead. Liam Hendricks out on the mound facing Jacob Degrom to lead off for the Mets in the bottom of the third. 2-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Liner right up the middle. That's a base hit. So Degrom gets to run the bases with nobody out in the bottom of the third inning. Hendricks now facing Jimenez. 2-2 is the count. There's a grounder up the middle. The throw goes to second. The relay is not completed as the double play is broken up. Degrom actually with the hard slide going into second to break up that double play. Now on the fielder's choice, there's a runner on first and 1 out. Brandon Nimmo now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. First pitch to Nimmo. The runner goes, and he steals second easily. So now Hendricks needs to throw to second to keep him close. And the runner is back on a quick throw. Let's pitch to the batter now with a 1-ball count. And that is strike 1 with a curveball. We're going to throw back to second again just to see, and he gets back safely. Pitch to the batter again with a 1-1 count, and there's a foul ball. So with a 1-2 count, Hendricks needs to finish off Nimmo right here. Let's see what happens. 1-2 is the count. Strike 3 is called. No, that was a ball inside. Oh, that looked good from here. So now he has to pitch with a 2-2 count. Runner on second. Let's see what happens. Here comes the pitch. There's a drive to left. However, the sliding play by Harper, he makes the catch, and the runner who was halfway to third has to retreat to avoid being doubled off. So Harper, with the excellent defensive effort, makes the catch for out number 2. And now Dominic Smith is the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. Here's the 1-strike pitch to Dominic Smith. There's a grounder towards second. Corner has it. He throws to first, and that'll end the inning. So the Mets strand a runner. They do not score. Go to the top of the fourth. Or excuse me, bottom of the third of a 1-0 ball game. No, it is the top of the fourth. That was the bottom of the third. I don't know how I'm losing track of where we're at. Degrom facing Bryce Harper in the top of the 4th inning. 1-strike count. Here's the pitch from Degrom, and there's a pop-up to center. Shallow. Coming in as the center fielder, he puts it away for out number 1. George Springer now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 is the count to George Springer. Here's the pitch. Driven down the line to left, chasing as the left fielder. He's going to play it on a hop, and that'll be a 1-out single for Springer. With Springer on first, Tauschman now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Tauschman is going to be facing Degrom, and he is going to be asked to lay down the bunt right here. Try to advance the runner. There's a bunt down the third base line. The pitcher has it. He throws to second, which retires the lead runner and totally negates the sacrifice. So Tauschman bunted that one too hard. The pitcher got to it quickly and threw out the lead runner at second base. Estrada now the batter. 2 outs, runner on first. Degrom working with a full count. And that is low. It is ball 4. So Estrada takes the walk, and it brings up Wilson Ramos. 2 outs, 2 men on. Degrom facing Ramos in the top of the 4th inning. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and Ramos drives it into center. That's going to be caught, however, to end the inning. So the Cubs strand 2. They do not score. We go to the bottom of the 4th of a 1-0 ball game. Hendricks still on the mound for the bottom of the 4th inning. We are going to warm up another reliever now out of the Cubs bullpen. And we are going to warm up Joe Jimenez. We're also going to visit the mound. He says he's starting to feel it, but he can pitch a little more. That's fine. He's going to face Pete Alonso, who hit a home run his first time up, number 16 on the season. Hendricks working to Alonso with a 1-2 count. Hendricks delivering the pitch. And a pop-up to left. Coming in is Tauschman. He looks up, and he puts it away for out number 1. Next up is Davis. 1 out, nobody on. Hendricks working with a 1-ball count. Here's the pitch to Davis, and there's a pop-up to right. This time Harper coming in fast. He looks up and puts it away for out number 2. And that is going to be, well, no, that's not going to be it. Jimenez is not yet warmed up in the bullpen. Apparently those 2 at-bats went by a little too quickly. So Hendricks facing Conforto with 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 4th inning. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch, and he hits him. Another batter is hit. This time cooler heads prevailed, and the runner heads down to first. He had a 2-strike count. Conforto was actually hit in the helmet. However, they're saying the injury is not serious. He's going to remain in the ball game. So Joe Jimenez is now ready to come in, and we're going to get him into this ball game. We're going to do it on a double switch. Jimenez is going to come in to the number 8 spot and pitch. And Miguel Moya is going to be coming in to do the catching, and he is going to bat in the number 9 spot. Now, Jimenez coming out of the bullpen. He's thrown 22 2/3 innings, walked 4, struck out 31 with a 3.97 ERA. Jimenez is facing Guillermo with 2 outs, runner on first in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the 1-ball count. Jimenez looking for the sign and delivers the pitch. There's a drive into left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Left fielder has it. He throws to the cutoff man, and the runner stops at second. So now with 2 outs, 2 men on, Brandon Nido is the batter. Jimenez working in the bottom of the 4th inning, trying to preserve the 1-run deficit. Here's the 2-2 count and the pitch to Nido, and that is strike 3 called in the outside corner. So Jimenez gets the strikeout to end the inning. The Mets strand 2, they do not score. We go to the top of the 5th of a 1-0 ball game. Degrom working to Amaya to lead off the top of the 5th for the Cubs. 2 strikes is the count. Miguel Amaya waiting for the pitch. And he takes strike 3 at the knees. That is out number 1. That is strikeout number 8 for Degrom as he faces Nico Horner now. 1 out, nobody on. 1 strike is the count. Degrom really tuned in today. Here's the pitch to Horner. There's a grounder over to first. First baseman Alonso picks it up, takes 1 step, and is on the bag for out number 2. Correa now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Correa 0 for 2 today. 1-1 is the count. Degrom delivers the pitch. Correa pops it up to right. Chasing toward the line is the right fielder. He makes the play to end the inning. The Cubs go down in order. We go down to the bottom of the 5th of a 1-0 Met lead. Jimenez facing Degrom to lead off for the Mets in the bottom of the 5th. 1-2 is the count. Jimenez delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So that is Jimenez's second strikeout victim of this appearance. And now Jimenez will face Jimenez with 1 out and nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Jimenez delivers the pitch. There's a pop-up to center. Coming over is Springer toward left center. He makes the catch for out number 2. Jimenez now facing Nimmo. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 5th inning. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch, and he hits him. That's a 3rd hit batter in this game. I don't know how the benches didn't clear a second time. He was hit with a fastball right in the middle of the back. So that's out number 2. We've had 3 hit batsmen, 1 following a home run, 1 in the helmet, and now the Cubs staff really looks like they're going after the Mets for some reason here. Jimenez facing Dominic Smith. 2 outs, runner on first. Bottom of the 5th inning, 2-2 count. And there's a pop-up to center. Springer, again toward his right, is shading over and makes the catch to end the inning. We go now to the top of the 6th inning. It's still 1-0 in favor of the Mets. We're going to have to warm up another reliever because Jimenez, I believe, has already thrown 29 pitches. We're going to get him out of there. The next reliever out of the bullpen is going to be, let's see here, it is going to be Gabriel, no, it's not going to be Moya, it's going to be Birdie. Birdie is going to be asked to come in and pitch in the 6th, probably the 7th as well. So Degrom facing Santana in the top of the 6th inning. Mets are on a 1-0 lead right now. 1 strike count. Here's the pitch to Santana, and there's a grounder towards short. Picked up and thrown over to first. That is out number 1. The Cubs offense has really been stifled today. Degrom has been tuned in. He is facing Harper now with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 is the count. Degrom delivering the pitch, and there's a grounder towards second. Picked up, thrown over to first. That's out number 2. Springer the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. Springer facing Degrom with a 2-2 count. Here it comes. Popped up to right off the end of his bat. That is going to be playable. The right fielder shades over toward the line and makes the catch to end the inning. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of the 6th of a 1-0 ball game. And Nick Birdie is ready to come into this game. He is going to be brought in to face Pete Alonso in the bottom of the 6th inning. Birdie coming out of the Cub bullpen. He has thrown 23 and 2/3 innings, walked 15, struck out 27 with a 2.66 ERA. Birdie facing Alonso with a 1-strike count. He is looking for the sign and delivers the pitch. There's a pop-up to deep right field. Chasing is the right fielder Harper. He looks up and that is gone. So Birdie allows the solo home run out into the right field bullpen, and that makes this a 2-0 lead in favor of the New York Metropolitans. 427 feet out to right center field. Home run number 17 on the season for Alonso and his second of today's ball game. Birdie now facing Davis with 2 outs, nobody on in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-2 is the count. Birdie delivers the pitch. That is strike 3 at the knees. So out number 1 is recorded. Birdie gets the strikeout. Brings up Conforto. 1 out, nobody on. 2-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. Conforto lines it into left center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Conforto stops at first with a single. And now the next batter is Guillermo. Runner on first, 1 out. We need to pay attention to that runner on first. We're going to throw over there. Keep him safe. The throw is not in time. Birdie's now going to throw a pitch to the batter. That's strike. The throw goes down to second, and he is safe. So Conforto now has 4 stolen base on the season. Birdie facing Guillermo with 1 out, runner in scoring position. Here's the 1-strike pitch. That is low. That is ball 1. We're going to go ahead and pitch to the batter and see what happens here. There's a drive to left. Chasing is Tauschman. He's going to make the play for out number 2. The runner does not attempt to tag up in advance, and now Nito is the batter. Runner on second, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning. 1-2 is the count. There's a swing and a miss to end the inning. So Birdie gets the strikeout. He allows the solo home run, however, as the Mets double their lead. It's 2-0 going into the top of the 7th inning. Tauschman, the batter for the Cubs. We're going to go ahead and warm up another reliever. This time it's going to be Gabriel Moya, who will be asked to come out of the bullpen and pitch to the Mets in the bottom of the 7th inning. Degrom facing Tauschman here in the top of the 7th. The Cubs down by 2. Degrom working with a 3-ball count. Here's the pitch to Tauschman, and that's high for ball 4. So Degrom issues the walk. That's his 3rd of the game. And now Estrada is the batter. Runner on first, nobody out. Nito is a above average catcher. Degrom is actually really good at holding runners. We're not even going to attempt this. So Estrada facing Degrom in the top of the 7th. Runner on first, nobody out. Here's the 2-ball count and the pitch to Estrada, and he lines that one into right field. That's going to drop in for another base hit. Rounding second, heading for third is Tauschman. He's going to slide in safely. So the Cubs trying to rally here in the top of the 7th inning. They have runners on the corners with nobody out. Degrom now facing Birdie, and we're going to get a pinch hitter for the pitcher's spot. The pinch hitter is going to be Tristan Casas. The lefty Casas coming off the Cub bench. He is on the season. Wait, what just happened there? Oh, Casas was supposed to... Oh. Well, Casas, I thought I dropped him into the number 8 spot. It looks like I dropped him into the number 9 spot. So Casas is going to pinch hit for the next spot. Malik Smith is going to be the pinch hitter for Birdie. Excuse me. Malik Smith steps up from the left side against the righty Degrom. With runners on the corners, nobody out. Malik Smith waiting for the 1-strike pitch. Here it comes. There's a grounder toward the third baseman. The throw goes to second. The relay to first. That is a 5-4-3 double play. However, the run scores, and now the Cubs have made this a 2-1 ball game. Tristan Casas now the batter. He is facing Degrom with 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 7th inning. Casas is 1 for 15, but that one hit was a home run. Here's a 1-2 count. Degrom with the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss to end the inning. So Cassis now 1 for 16 on the season. The Cubs get a run. We go to the bottom of the 7th of a 2-1 ball game. And now Gabriel Moya is going to come in to pitch. And he is going to face a pinch hitter to start out the game, or the inning, excuse me. Moya is going to face Starling Marte, who comes off the Mets bench. I'm thinking apparently in 2015. So Starling Marte has a 170 batting average with 5 home runs and 12 RBIs in the season. Gabriel Moya is on the mound for the Cubs. He's thrown 25 2/3 innings, walked 9, struck out 26 with a 4.56 ERA. Moya working with a 2-2 count. Marte waiting for the pitch. Moya looking for the sign, and he delivers. And there's a grounder towards short. Picked up, thrown over to first. That's out number 1. Moya now facing the lefty Jimenez. With 1 out, nobody on. 3-1 is the count. Moya delivers the pitch. Popped up to center. Going back toward the warning track is Springer. He's going to have room, and he puts it away for out number 2. Moya now facing Nimmo. 2 outs, nobody on. 2 strikes is the count. Moya delivers the pitch. That's a pop up to center. Going back again. And getting under it to make the play is Springer, which ends the inning. We go now to the top of the 8th. It's a 2-1 Cub lead. And Juris Familia comes out of the Pirates again. The Mets bullpen. Juris Familia with 18 innings thrown, 10 walks, 14 strikeouts, and an ERA of 6. He is going to face Nico Horner and the top of the Cubs lineup in the top of the 8th inning. The Cubs are down by 1, and they are very happy to see Jacob Degrom out of this ball game. Familia working. First pitch to Horner. He is looking for the sign, and here it comes. Horner grounds it over to short. Picked up. There's no throw over to first, and Horner beats it out for an infield single to lead off the top of the 8th inning. Carlos Correa now the batter. With the tying run on first, nobody out in the top of the 8th. Correa facing Familia. He is 0 for 3 today. Here comes the first pitch, and that is a wild pitch. The runner heads down to second. So now the Cubs have the tying run in scoring position, and Correa facing Familia in the top of the 8th. Cubs down by 1. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Carlos Correa. That is a liner past the third baseman into left field. Rounding third and heading home is Horner. Nope, he stops. The third base coach put up the stop sign. He heads back after a wide turn, and now the Cubs have the tying run 90 feet away. Carlos Correa has a 24-game hitting streak, and Danny Santana is the batter. Familia facing Santana in the top of the 8th inning. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Santana with an opportunity to come through big here. 2 strikes is the count. Familia with the pitch. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a splitter down, and Santana swung right over it for the first out of the inning. Bryce Harper now the batter. With 1 out, runners on the corners. Harper facing the new Met pitcher, Daniel Zamora. With 25 2/3 innings thrown, Zamora has walked 7, struck out 25 with a 3.86 ERA. The lefty Zamora will face the lefty Harper here in the top of the 8th inning. 1 out, 2 men on. Cubs down by 1. Here is the full count pitch to Bryce Harper. Zamora looking for the sign. Here it comes. Low for ball 4. So Harper draws the walk. The bases are loaded. And now George Springer is the batter with 1 out and the tying run 90 feet away. Springer facing Zamora in the top of the 8th inning. Here is the first pitch to George Springer. Zamora delivers. And a drive to deep left field. That is going to make it to the stands. George Springer has just hit a grand slam home run. And the Cubs own a 5-2 lead here in the top of the 8th inning. George Springer, 371 feet down the left field line. That ball got out in a hurry. Home run number 10 on the season for George Springer. And the Cubs are ahead here in the top of the 8th inning. Mike Tauschman now the batter. He's facing Zamora with 1 out, nobody on. Tauschman waiting for the pitch. There's a grounder over to third. The throw goes to first, and that is out number 2. Estrada now the batter with Zamora working. 2 outs, nobody on. We actually need to warm up. We're going to warm up Edwin Diaz in case we need him in the bottom of the 8th inning. I don't know. We just got to make sure we can protect the lead. So now Zamora facing Estrada with 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 8th inning. Here's the 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and there's a liner into center field. That's another base hit. Estrada stopping at first with a single. And now the Cubs have a runner on first with 2 outs, and Gabriel Moya is the batter. Moya is going to be allowed to hit for himself, facing Zamora here in the top of the 8th inning. 2 outs, 1 ball count. Moya grounds it to short. The throw goes to second. They retire the lead runner to end the inning. We're going to the bottom of the 8th. It is a 5-2 Cub lead. Moya facing Dominic Smith here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Lefty versus lefty. Diaz is ready to come in when the time is right. Moya working. First pitch to Dominic Smith. Here's the delivery. And a drive into left, going back toward the wall, and a diving play. Tauschman, a leaping one-handed catch, going toward the warning track in left field for the first out of the inning. Nice play there by Mike Tauschman to save an extra base hit, and now Pete Alonso is the batter. He is 2 for 3 with 2 home runs in this game. Moya facing Alonso with 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the 8th inning. Here's the 1-strike count and the pitch to Pete Alonso. There's a pop-up to right center. Harper chasing. He's going to have room. He makes the catch for out number 2. Davis now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Moya working with a 1-strike count. Here is the pitch to Davis. And there's a grounder over to third. Estrada has it. He picks it up, throws to first, and that is going to end the inning. So the Mets go down in order. We go to the top of the 9th of a 5-2 Cub lead. And now Tristan Casas leading off the Cubs in the top of the 9th. 1-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Casas lines that one into the gap, the corner in right center field. So Casas heading for second. He's going to have a leadoff double here in the top of the 9th inning. Cubs looking for some insurance runs as Steve Seashek comes out of the Mets bullpen. Seashek is very familiar to Cub fans. He has thrown 24 in the 3rd innings, walked 12, struck out 29 with a 5.55 ERA. And I see he still has the same pair of goggles that he's been wearing for about the last 6 years or so. Seashek facing Horner with nobody out, 1 man on in the top of the 9th inning. Cubs looking for some insurance runs. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Seashek delivers. And that is strike 3 called on the inside corner. So Horner heads back to the dugout. That was a fastball for strike 3. Correa now the batter. He's 1 for 4 today. We're going to get Diaz warmed back up so he's ready to come in. With 1 out, 1 man on, Seashek working with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Second strikeout of the appearance. And it brings up Danny Santana. With 2 outs and the runner on second. Santana, who is 1 for 4 today, batting from the left side against the righty Seashek. Here's the first pitch to Danny Santana, and he pops it up to right. Taking a few steps in as the right fielder, he looks up and he makes the play to end the inning. So the Cubs strand a runner. They do not score. We go to the bottom of the 9th of a 5-2 ball game. And now Moya is going to face Conforto. Diaz is ready. We're going to let Moya face the lefty Conforto to lead off the bottom of the 9th inning. Here comes the first pitch from Gabriel Moya. And there's a liner into center field. That's going to be all the way to the wall for a leadoff extra base hit. The throw goes into the cutoff man as the runner slides in safely to second with a leadoff double. And now Moya will be facing Guillermo. With nobody out, the runner on second, bottom of the 9th inning. Moya looking for the 3-0 count. Here comes the pitch, and that is high for ball 4. So the walk is issued. And now, with 2 on and nobody out, the Mets are sending the tying run up to the plate. And that means it's Diaz time. So Edwin Diaz is going to stride confidently out of the Cub bullpen and head to the mound. Diaz has thrown 27 in the 3rd innings, walked 6, struck out 51 with an ERA of 0.99. Diaz facing Tomas Nido. Not Brandon Nimmo, but Tomas Nido, the Mets catcher. He is 0 for 3 today. Diaz has 2 inherited runners on base. It is the bottom of the 9th inning. He is protecting a 3-run lead. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Diaz looking for the sign. And here's the pitch. And there's a liner in the left. Coming in fast is Tauschman. He plays it on a hop. And that's going to load the bases here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The runners stopped thinking that Tauschman was going to try to dive for that. And he did not. He played it on the hop. So the bases are loaded with nobody out. Diaz facing pinch hitter Ahmed Rosario in the bottom of the 9th inning. And we're going to warm up Blake Taylor just because there's so many lefties coming up in this Mets lineup. I feel like that may be the prudent decision. Diaz facing Rosario with nobody out, bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th inning. Diaz working with a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. The fastball at 97 got him to swing and miss at a fastball away for the first out of the inning. And now Jimenez is the batter. With 1 out and the bases still loaded in the bottom of the 9th, Diaz facing Jimenez. 1 ball is the count. Here comes the pitch, and there's a grounder to first. The throw goes to second. The relay to first. It's not in time. So the run scores. The Cubs get a fielder's choice for the second out of the inning. It's now a 5-3 ball game. The attempt was at a 3-6-3 double play, but the relay was just half a step slow. And now, with 2 outs and runners on the corners, Brandon Nimmo comes up to the plate. Diaz will face Nimmo with a 2-run lead, 2 runners on base, and 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. Diaz looking to close this out. Here's the first pitch, and it gets away. It skips all the way to the backstop. The run is going to score, and now this is a 5-4 ball game. That was a slider that skipped in the dirt, and the run scores, making this a 5-4 game. So now with 2 outs and a runner on second in the bottom of the 9th inning, Diaz working with a full count. Here's the pitch. That is high and away for ball 4. So the walk is issued. And Dominic Smith now is the batter. Diaz facing Dominic Smith with the winning run on first, 2 outs, the bottom of the 9th. Diaz is going to he's going to earn himself a new nickname here pretty soon. He's facing Smith with 2 outs, 2 runs already in, 2 runners on base in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here is the first pitch. And there's a liner into left. That's going to drop in for a base hit. The runner rounds third. He's heading home. The throw comes on the slide, and he is safe. So the game is tied in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Mets score 3 times and make this a 5-5 tie in the bottom of the 9th. Dominic Smith with the RBI single. And now Pete Alonso is the batter, who has hit 2 home runs in today's game already. It is the bottom of the 9th inning, and you know what? Pete Alonso is going to be intentionally walked because, quite frankly, his run is not relevant to the outcome of this game. We're going to intentionally walk him. Well, but that loads the bases. That loads the bases. Now that means that pushes a runner from second over. No, can't do that. Diaz is going to have to try to get Alonso out. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to advance the runner over to third. He's just got to pitch to Alonso and get him out. Here's the 3-1 count, and there's ball 4 anyway. So he's just going to issue the walk. Diaz issues the walk. The bases are now loaded with 2 outs, and J.D. Davis is the batter. Blake Taylor is ready to come into this game. Blake Taylor is going to have to be brought in. So Taylor, is brought in to relieve Diaz in the bottom of the 9th inning. 3 runs have scored. The game is tied. The bases are loaded. Taylor facing Davis with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Here comes the pitch. 3-1 is the count. Blake Taylor looking for the sign. He delivers the pitch, and that is inside for ball 4, and the walk is issued. The game is over. The Mets walk it off on a base on balls that forces in the run. So the Mets are victorious 6-5. They score 4 runs in a rally in the bottom of the 9th inning and take this game as the Cubs managed to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Mets get 6 runs on 9 hits with 1 error. The Cubs 5 runs on 8 hits with no errors. The player of today's game is Jacob Degrom. He threw 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Steve Seashek actually gets the win out of the Mets bullpen as he was the pitcher of record when the rally occurred. The Cubs, Edwin Diaz suffers the loss. He got 2/3 of an inning. He allowed 2 hits. He walked 2 and allowed 2 runs. Well, 2 runs were charged to him, I should say, and he struck out 1. Did the Mets, did they seriously score all of those runs after there were 2 outs? There was a double, and then there was a walk, and then a single, and then a strikeout, and a fielder's choice. So it was a 2-run lead, and there were 2 outs, and then a walk, and a single, and another walk, and that's how the game ended. Unbelievable. So the Cubs, after today's game, if we look at the standings, we see that the Cubs dropped to 43-22, while the Mets improved to 28-37. The Cubs still have an 11.5 game lead in the division and are going to come back for Game 2 against the Mets tomorrow. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.